This is my opening statement, Ben and Nikki and Britton. Sorry I'm still on the paper. I just rewrote it today, so I haven't memorized it yet. Devotion, duty, disaster. Danny Dawson was devoted to being a good friend. Danny had a duty as a driver to get his friends home safe. And as a result of carrying out that duty, disaster struck. And that disaster was the accident that resulted in the death of Vanessa Sullivan. My name is Brandon Cott, and with the help of my co-counsel, Bondi K will tell you about the law, but right now, I'm going to tell you about the disaster. Let's talk about the night of September 24th. It was the night of Vanessa Sullivan's 21st birthday. Vanessa is preparing for a celebration with her two best friends, Danny Dawson and Taylor Hobson. The party is going to be at Chuggy's, a local bar. Chatterbox, a band Vanessa loves and has personal connections to, will be playing. The night is set to be a great birthday for Vanessa. The friends are enjoying themselves at the bar, singing and catching up. Danny buys Vanessa and Taylor drinks in the spirit of celebration. Taylor takes the stage to sing one of Vanessa's favorite songs with Chatterbox, and Danny plays a guitar. The party is amazing, but Vanessa has a curfew. The friends are running late, and Danny volunteers to drive. As the friends leave, the pitter-patter of rain begins, and then it begins to rain harder and harder until it is downpouring. Danny is still driven by the urgency to get Vanessa home on time, so Taylor Hobson suggests that they take Canyon Road, a shortcut, a curvy back road outside of Midlands. As Danny navigates, he struggles to see the road. Canyon Road is a pitch-black road with almost no lighting. The only light other than the car came from London Bennett's house. The rain is blinding. Danny can hardly see outside of the car. Taylor Hobson is singing in the backseat. Vanessa is on the phone with her dad. The radio is blaring. The friends did not want the celebration to end. Then suddenly, out of the sheets of rain, a shape appears. A deer. Danny, driven by his duty to protect his friends, swerved to avoid colliding with the deer. The wheels leave the road, run through the mud on the side of the road. Danny tries to correct, but it's too late. The car crosses over the soaked pavement, goes down into the deep ditch, and crashes into the tree in the utility pole. Disaster struck. In this disaster, Danny Dawson lost one of his best friends. Devotion. Danny Dawson's devotion to Vanessa Sullivan led to the disaster that night. Danny, a devoted friend, tried as hard as he could to get Vanessa home on time so she wouldn't get in trouble for breaking her curfew. Duty. Danny Dawson had a duty as a driver to keep his friends safe. This duty led him to swerve to miss the deer. Danny had a duty to protect his friends, and this duty ended in disaster. Disaster. Danny Dawson lost one of his best friends as a result of this accident. The loss of Vanessa Sullivan is indeed a disaster, but the loss of another young life, Danny Dawson's life, would also be a disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a case of murder. You can find Danny Dawson guilty of suffering a disaster, but not murder. At the end of the trial, Bondi K will come before you and tell you about how the facts and the law intertwine, and he will ask that you find Danny Dawson not guilty, because Danny wasn't acting recklessly. He was acting out of his devotion, his duty, and this led to disaster. Please find Danny Dawson not guilty. I hope you guys got goosebumps.